Welcome, dear seekers, to another enlightening episode on Wisdom in Buddhism. Today, we delve into a topic that resonates deeply within our hearts and minds, the delicate balance between self-love and selfishness. In a world that often blurs these lines, understanding their differences is paramount to cultivating a compassionate and fulfilling life. Join me as we unravel these concepts, guided by ancient wisdom and contemporary insights. Selfishness, a term often laden with negative connotations, stems from an innate dissatisfaction within our minds. It's a restless yearning for more recognition, more possessions, more validation. This insatiable desire creates a chasm between our current selves and our ideal selves, leading us to set unrealistic expectations both for ourselves and others. Selfishness is not merely about putting oneself first, it is about the imbalance that arises when one's desires overshadow the well-being of others. This imbalance is rooted in the Buddhist concept of craving, tanha, which is one of the three poisons that lead to suffering. Craving manifests as an unending pursuit of transient pleasures and material gains, creating a cycle of dissatisfaction and perpetuating inner turmoil. Imagine a gardener tending to his plants. If he constantly seeks perfection, demanding his roses bloom without any blemish, he may neglect other flowers that require attention. Similarly, when our expectations are unmet, frustration and disappointment take root, pushing us further into selfish pursuits. We chase after fleeting pleasures and personal gains, often at the expense of our relationships and inner peace. Consider the story of Maya, a corporate professional who relentlessly pursues career advancement. Maya's focus on climbing the corporate ladder leads her to work long hours, often neglecting her family and personal well-being. Her constant need for recognition and success creates stress and strains her relationships. Maya's journey illustrates how selfish pursuits can lead to a lack of fulfillment and increased inner turmoil, highlighting the destructive nature of unchecked selfishness. Selfishness not only affects our relationships but also our mental health. It fosters a sense of isolation, as individuals prioritize their needs over others, leading to loneliness and a lack of meaningful connections. Additionally, the constant chase for more can result in anxiety, depression, and a persistent sense of inadequacy. From a Buddhist perspective, selfishness is a barrier to achieving nirvana, the ultimate state of liberation and peace. The teachings emphasize the importance of overcoming selfish desires to attain true happiness and enlightenment. By recognizing the root causes of selfishness, individuals can work towards cultivating selflessness and compassion, essential qualities for spiritual growth. Contrary to selfishness, self-love is a profound state of compassion, understanding, and acceptance of oneself. It begins with recognizing our inherent worth and embracing our imperfections. Self-love nurtures our growth, allowing us to develop inner qualities such as patience, resilience, and gratitude. While selfishness is driven by a lack of contentment and an overemphasis on personal gain, self-love is rooted in compassion, karuna, and equanimity, upekkha. Self-love is about valuing oneself in a balanced way, without the need to diminish others to elevate oneself. It involves a healthy appreciation of one's own worth while recognizing and respecting the worth of others. Consider the story of a bamboo tree. It spends its initial years developing an intricate root system underground, unseen by the naked eye. This period of growth is silent and patient, laying the foundation for its eventual, majestic ascent. Similarly, self-love requires time and patience. By accepting who we are and acknowledging our strengths and weaknesses, we cultivate a stable foundation from which we can flourish. In my own journey of self-discovery, I encountered numerous challenges that tested my self-love. Embracing my imperfections was not an overnight process but a gradual acceptance that allowed me to grow stronger and more resilient. This personal experience underscores the transformative power of self-love in fostering inner peace and personal development. Take the example of Ananda, who faced significant personal and professional setbacks. Instead of succumbing to despair, Ananda practiced self-love by acknowledging her pain, seeking support, and focusing on her strengths. This compassionate approach enabled her to rebuild her life with greater wisdom and compassion, illustrating how self-love can be a powerful tool for overcoming adversity. Mindfulness plays a crucial role in developing self-love. By being present and fully aware of our thoughts and emotions, we can observe our self-critical tendencies without judgment. This awareness allows us to respond with kindness and understanding, fostering a deeper sense of self-acceptance and compassion. When we truly love ourselves, we transcend selfishness. Self-love naturally leads to selflessness because it fosters empathy and compassion for others. Understanding our own struggles and embracing our vulnerabilities make us more attuned to the experiences of those around us. Self-love and selflessness are not opposing forces but complementary aspects of a balanced life. In Buddhism, the concept of interdependent origination, Pratityasamutpada, emphasizes that all beings are interconnected. By cultivating self-love, we enhance our ability to connect with and support others, creating a harmonious balance between caring for ourselves and caring for others. Imagine a community where each individual practices self-love. Such a community would be characterized by mutual respect, support, and genuine concern for one another's well-being. By prioritizing our own emotional health, we create a ripple effect that enhances the collective harmony and prosperity of the entire community. Consider the story of Li Wei, a teacher who prioritized self-love through regular meditation and self-care practices. Her inner peace and compassion radiated to her students, creating a positive and nurturing classroom environment. Li Wei's example demonstrates how individual self-love can influence and uplift an entire community, fostering a culture of empathy and support. Buddhism teaches that true selflessness arises from a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings. The practice of metta, loving kindness, meditation cultivates unconditional love and compassion for oneself and others, breaking down the barriers of selfishness and fostering a sense of unity and shared humanity. In my practice, I have found that integrating self-love with selflessness creates a balanced and fulfilling life. By honoring my own needs and well-being, I am better equipped to offer genuine support and compassion to others. This harmonious coexistence enriches both my personal life and my interactions with the world around me. Practical steps to cultivate self-love. 1. Mindful acceptance. O description, acknowledge your strengths and weaknesses without judgment. Embrace your imperfections as part of your unique journey. O application, practice daily mindfulness meditation to observe your thoughts and emotions without attachment or criticism. Create a journal to document your strengths and areas for growth, celebrating your progress along the way. 2. Compassionate self-talk. O description, replace self-criticism with kind and supportive language. Encourage yourself as you would a dear friend. O application, when faced with self-doubt, consciously shift your inner dialogue to affirmations of self-worth and encouragement. For example, instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I am capable and will give my best effort." 3. Gratitude practice. O description, regularly reflect on the blessings in your life. Gratitude shifts focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. O application, start a gratitude journal, listing 3 things you are grateful for each day. This practice cultivates a positive mindset and enhances your appreciation for the present moment. 4. Setting healthy boundaries. O description, protect your energy by setting limits that honor your needs and values. O application, identify areas in your life where boundaries are needed, such as work, relationships, or personal time. Communicate these boundaries clearly and assertively, ensuring they align with your well-being. 5. Engaging in self-care. O description, prioritize activities that nourish your body, mind, and spirit. O application, incorporate regular self-care routines, such as exercise, healthy eating, meditation, or hobbies that bring you joy. Allocate time each week dedicated to activities that rejuvenate and inspire you. 6. Embracing impermanence. O description, understand and accept the transient nature of life and experiences. O application, reflect on the Buddhist teaching of impermanence to cultivate acceptance of change and reduce attachment to outcomes. This understanding fosters resilience and adaptability. 7. Forgiveness. O description, let go of past grievances and forgive yourself and others. O application, practice forgiveness meditation, visualizing the release of resentment and embracing compassion. This healing process frees you from the burden of negative emotions. 8. Purposeful living. O description, align your actions with your core values and purpose. O application, identify your life's purpose through introspection, and align your daily activities to support this purpose. Living with intention enhances fulfillment and self-respect. Real-life example, transformative self-love practices. Meet Sarah, a young artist who struggled with self-doubt and perfectionism. By implementing these practical steps, Sarah learned to accept her imperfections, engage in compassionate self-talk, and prioritize her creative self-care. Over time, Sarah's self-love journey transformed her artistry and personal life, enabling her to create with confidence and joy while maintaining meaningful relationships. Illustrative story, The Tale of Two Brothers. In a tranquil village nestled between rolling hills, there lived two brothers, Arjun and Ravi. Arjun was known for his relentless pursuit of success, often prioritizing his ambitions over familial bonds. His relentless drive led him to accumulate wealth, but at the cost of meaningful relationships and inner peace. Ravi, on the other hand, practiced self-love diligently. He embraced his strengths and acknowledged his limitations. Ravi spent his days nurturing relationships, engaging in community service, and fostering a sense of contentment within himself. While he may not have amassed great wealth, Ravi possessed a rich tapestry of fulfilling connections and a serene heart. Expanding the tale, the brothers' divergent paths. As years passed, Arjun's obsession with success grew. He invested all his time in his business, often neglecting his family's needs and his own well-being. His life, though prosperous on the surface, was fraught with stress and loneliness. Arjun's health began to decline, and his relationships with loved ones deteriorated, leaving him feeling isolated despite his material wealth. Ravi, in contrast, focused on cultivating self-love and selflessness. He practiced daily meditation, maintained strong bonds with family and friends, and dedicated time to helping others in the community. Ravi's life was simple but filled with joy and fulfillment. His contentment radiated, attracting others who sought his wisdom and companionship. The storm, a turning point. One day, a devastating storm ravaged the village. Arjun's material wealth could not shield him from the loss, leaving him bereft and isolated. His home, filled with possessions, was destroyed, and he found himself without the emotional support he once took for granted. The very things he had prioritized became meaningless in the face of nature's fury. Ravi's life, grounded in self-love and community support, remained resilient. His home, though modest, was a center of warmth and solidarity, offering shelter and comfort to those in need. The villagers came together, supporting one another through the crisis, guided by Ravi's compassionate leadership. The brothers' contrasting paths illuminated the profound impact of self-love versus selfishness. Lessons from the tale. 1. Material wealth versus emotional wealth. Arjun's story highlights the emptiness of seeking fulfillment solely through material gains. In contrast, Ravi's life demonstrates that true wealth lies in meaningful relationships and inner peace. 2. The importance of community. Ravi's emphasis on community support showcases how self-love extends beyond the individual, fostering a network of care and mutual assistance that benefits everyone. 3. Resilience through self-love. The storm symbolizes life's inevitable challenges. Ravi's resilience, rooted in self-love and compassion, contrasts sharply with Arjun's vulnerability due to his selfish pursuits. 4. The interconnectedness of well-being. The tale underscores the Buddhist principle that individual well-being is interconnected with the well-being of others. Self-love nurtures not only oneself but also the broader community. In today's fast-paced and achievement-oriented society, the story of Arjun and Ravi serves as a poignant reminder to balance personal ambitions with self-love and community care. By prioritizing inner peace and compassionate relationships, we can build a life that withstands challenges and fosters lasting happiness. Personal reflection, embracing Ravi's path. Reflecting on the tale, I am reminded of the importance of nurturing self-love and extending that compassion to others. In my own life, I strive to emulate Ravi's approach, finding fulfillment in meaningful connections and personal growth rather than external achievements. This alignment with Buddhist principles has brought profound peace and purpose to my journey. In essence, self-love and selfishness occupy two distinct realms of our emotional landscape. While selfishness arises from unmet desires and fosters isolation, self-love emanates from compassion and acceptance, nurturing both our well-being and our connections with others. By cultivating self-love, we not only enrich our lives but also contribute positively to the world around us. As the Buddha wisely advised, guarding our minds against negative emotions like jealousy and hatred is integral to true self-love. By doing so, we protect not only ourselves but also the harmonious fabric of our communities. Let us embark on this journey of self-discovery and compassion, embracing the wisdom that leads us to a life of balance, fulfillment, and enduring happiness. Through this exploration, we've discerned that self-love is a cornerstone of personal and communal harmony, whereas selfishness breeds discontent and separation. By nurturing self-love, we cultivate a compassionate heart, resilient spirit, and a life imbued with gratitude and purpose. Remember, the path to self-love is not a destination but a continual practice of understanding, acceptance, and growth. Let us commit to this journey, fostering a world where love begins within and radiates outward, transforming ourselves and the world we inhabit. Thank you for joining me on Wisdom in Buddhism. May your path be illuminated with compassion, wisdom, and unwavering self-love.